A few weeks ago, a friend of mine asked me to read a book, and the author of the book is John Howard Griffin. The title of the book is Black Like Me, and it's the book is about 200 pages. It's a relatively easy read. Took me about 2 or 3 days to read the book. 200 pages. It has it's got a preface. It's got the body. It's got an epilogue, and it's got an afterword. This is a powerful book. I don't care if you're black, white, red, green, yellow. This book is worth reading. Like I said, it took me 3 days. I don't know if y'all realize this or not, but I have a reading disability. And it took me 3 days with a reading disability to read this book. You probably look at this book and 200-page book, and you might be able to devour this book in one day. Great for you. I wish I had that ability. I don't. Books that usually appeal to me are the fiction books that are biblical, a little bit of history, biblical history in them. Dan Brown type of books, those types of books. So anyway, this is not a fiction book. This is a nonfiction book. It is written by the guy, John Howard Griffin. I don't want to get into a review of the book because I really, truly want you to read the book. I got it off of Amazon, $9.99. I don't even think it cost me anything to send it to me because we have Prime. So worth the read. It's tough to understand the problems in the black community that they face. I think this book was written back in 1961. The problems that they faced then, the problems that they still face today. When I first got the book, I was kind of hesitant about reading it. But I told my partner I would read it, and I did. So glad, so thankful that we had the conversation and he requested this book. Like I said, 3 days for me to read it, maybe a day for you. $10 on Amazon, well worth the read. As a white man from South Louisiana, I just think a lot of times we don't realize or we don't pay attention to the problems that black community faces. I want to help people. I think it's a human nature to want to help others. When I see somebody struggling, I want to help them. And if it's not human nature, then it's at least a Christian thing. And I see people, and if they're struggling, I want to help them. But this book, it really it sheds a light on a lot of truths that are there. And probably the best comparison that I can give you for wanting to help the black community is this. It's me treading water, breathing air at the surface level, saying I want to help for somebody who's drowning 100 feet deep. The problem is it's real. The struggle is real. And it goes a lot further than we could imagine in a lot of times in a lot of ways. The book talks about that. And I don't want to do a review on the book because I really would rather somebody read the book. And then have a discussion with me about what they see in the book. Because until you read the book, if you're white, until you read this book, you don't have a clue. I'm just going to say it like that. You don't have a clue. You have no idea what some friends that you have that live in the black community go through on a day-to-day basis. You don't know. There's just no other way to put it than that. But I think it's a good place to start. I think this book is a good place to start. I think there's deep conversations that need to be had. I pray we're ready to have those conversations. I don't know that we are. I think right now we're angry at both ends. And I think some of the conversations, they're deep conversations. And I just pray to God we're ready to have them. I pray to God when we start having these conversations that cooler heads prevail. And that both sides can come at that conversation with the realization that we're both here for the betterment of us all. Not just one color, but for us all. Because that's what it's about. But anyway, Brother Man, appreciate the book. It was a very good read. And I say that because it was a good read, but more than being a good read, it was a very eye-opening read. And that's, to me, is so much more than just a good read. Anyway, thank you, brother. God bless you. God love y'all. May God keep y'all. Y'all have a good day.